Hey everyone, today's video is about when you get called weak by your classmates. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. You never thought much of your classmates' opinions. At least that's what you told yourself. But words had a way of burrowing into your mind, sticking to the softest parts of your heart like stubborn thorns. You're kind of useless in a fight, aren't you? Yeah, I mean, compared to Bakugo and Kirishima, you really don't stand out. Maybe you should just focus on support work instead. It started off as an offhanded remark, one of those careless things people said in passing, but then it spread. Small, quiet whispers that followed you through the halls, in the changing rooms, even in training exercises. You tried to ignore it. You really did. But today, during a sparring session, it got worse. Honestly, what do you even bring to the team? A classmate scoffed as you picked yourself up from the ground, dusting off your uniform. It's like you're just dead weight. That one hit deep. Kirishima, standing on the sidelines, clenched his jaw. You could see the way his hands curled into fists at his sides, his usually bright eyes darkening with something unreadable. Bakugo, who had been watching from afar, cracked his knuckles, slow, deliberate, dangerous. But they didn't interfere. Not yet. Because they knew you. They knew that you'd want to handle this on your own. He swallowed the knot in your throat and forced a smile. Right. Dead weight. He muttered, trying to laugh it off. The moment training was over, he practically bolted out of the gym, heading to the locker rooms before anyone could see you. You didn't want them to see the cracks forming in your composure. Mostly them, as in Kirishima and Bakugo. But of course they did. The second you stepped out, Kirishima was there, leaning against the wall with his arms crossed. His eyes softened the moment they met yours. Hey, he murmured. Hello, you replied, voice quiet. And then, Bakugo. He stormed towards you, stopping just short of grabbing you by the wrist. Who the heck said it? His voice was low, controlled, but you could feel the barely restrained rage burning beneath the surface. Kirishima placed a hand on his shoulder, grounding him. Easy, man. Easy. Bakugo snapped, eyes narrowing. You heard them. They think that they can talk shit and get away with that. He turned back to you, his gaze sharp but not unkind. You know that's bullshit, right? You let out a sigh, rubbing your arm. It's not like they're wrong. Silence. And then, Bakugo scoffed. You must be kidding. Kirishima frowned. Babe, come on. No, seriously. He continued, voice wavering. Maybe I am holding you guys back. I mean, look at you two. You're both incredible fighters, top of the class. Meanwhile, You exhaled sharply, shaking your head. Maybe they are right. Maybe I should just... Bakugo didn't let you finish. Don't you dare. His voice was firm, and when you looked up, his crimson eyes were locked onto you with unwavering intensity. Don't you ever say that shit again. Kirishima stepped closer, placing a warm hand against the back of your head, tilting it forward until your forehead rested against his chest. Babe, he murmured, his voice as gentle as the hands that held you. We know how hard you train. We know how much effort you put in. You think we'd be with you if you were weak. Bakugo added, his tone softer now. We don't do weak. He let out a shaky breath. He make it sound like I'm a new recruit, trying to join your gang. Kirishima chuckled. Well, nah, more like a badass partner we're lucky to have. Bakugo clicked his tongue. Damn right. There was a moment of quiet, just the three of you standing there, their warmth pressing in around you like a protective shield. And then Kirishima grinned, stepping back slightly. Hey, tell you what, how about we spar tomorrow? Just the three of us. Bakugo smirked. Yeah, I'll kick both of your asses. You rolled your eyes, but the weight on your chest felt a little lighter. Yeah, we'll see about that. Their laughter wrapped around you like armor, and for the first time all day, you felt invincible. The next day, you stood on the training field, the sun dipping just low enough to cast long shadows. The air was thick with anticipation as you stretched, rolling your shoulders in preparation. Kirishima stood across from you, his signature grin in place, but there was a glint of determination in his crimson eyes. All right, babe. You ready? Bakugo cracked his knuckles beside him, his smirk sharp and full of challenge. I hope you've got all of your shit together, 'cause I'm not going to go easy on you. You let out a breath, steadying your stance. Good. I don't want you to. The moment, present, Mike blew the whistle. You shot forward. Kirishima hardened his arm, blocking your first strike, but you were faster than before, more precise. He swept past his defenses, landing a well-aimed kick that made him stumble. Whoa, nice one. He laughed, shaking off the impact. I actually didn't expect that. Expect the unexpected. You teased, pivoting on your heel just as Bakugo came at you next. His attacks were explosive, both literally and figuratively, but you had spent months training with him. He knew his movements, the slight twitch in his muscles before he lunged forward, the half second he took to regain footing after an aerial attack. You ducked, sidestepped, and countered, forcing him to dodge rather than attack head-on. Wow, look at you. Bakugo muttered, his smirk widening as he wiped sweat from his brow. You're actually making me work for this. Your heart pounded with exhilaration. This, this was what you wanted, not just to prove your classmates wrong, but to prove to yourself that their words didn't define you. The battle went on longer than expected. Kirishima landed a few solid hits, and Bakugo nearly knocked you off your feet more than once. But you held your ground. You adapted, you learned, and when the match finally ended, you were exhausted, but victorious anyway. Not because you won, but because you fought and fought well. Kirishima was the first to reach you, pulling you into a tight hug despite the sweat clinging to your skin. See, I knew you had it in you. Kirishima, ever stubborn, just crossed his arms and huffed. Took you long enough to figure it out. If you keep this up, though, you'll be unstoppable. He grinned, leaning into them both, their warmth chasing away every lingering doubt. Guess I was never dead weight after all, huh? Kirishima laughed. Hell no. And with that, you knew no matter what anyone said, you defined your own strength, and with them by your side, you were stronger than ever. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.